Okay, for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how I did that paper sculpture. Pretty simple. It has to do kind of with just folding and cutting lines. So I'm starting with just regular, I believe this is 9 by 12 piece of construction paper. And I start by folding my paper as neatly as I can in half, pressing that out. Okay. Now we're going to be cutting into the side that's the fold, not the opening, right? And I'm going to start by cutting longer lines and pairs of longer lines. So if I cut one line long, the line that I cut next to it is going to be the same length, and then I switch to the next one. If it helps, you can try drawing these lines with pencil first. Another way you can do it so that it's symmetrical, meaning the same on both sides, is you can fold your paper in half again. Again, cutting on the fold side, not on the open side. And what this will do is whatever you do here, since they're in half, will also be here. Okay, the only thing that you have to be careful of when you do it that way is when you get to the middle, you need to make your line space, if you're cutting it this way, half as wide as you normally would. And that might be kind of hard to gauge doing it your first time. So I folded it in half so I can see where the middle of my paper is. And I'm going to start in the center and work out. That'll help me sort of gauge how much space I need for my sculpture here. So in the middle, and the example that you saw, it's the smallest or the shortest cut lines. So I'm just going to, on either side of that fold, hold it up so you can see it, I just cut that so they're about the same length, like those cuts. Okay, now I'm going to, whatever this space was, kind of eyeball it. And again, if it helps you, you can kind of mark here and then mark that same space and just kind of eyeball it with a pencil. And see if I could show you that a little bit better. You can make little marks there to help you as well. For me, I'm just going to eyeball it. So these two are both the same height. So now this next cut, I'm going to make a little bit longer. And this one a little bit, this one's going to match it. So now I have another pair. Now this next one, I'm going to go a little bit longer and match it. And then now longer again and matching that. Okay. Now, it might be easiest for you is once you have it like this, is to go ahead and fold it back in half again. Make sure that your opening is away from you so that you're cutting on the fold. And just recut those lines, but this time you'll be cutting into the other side as well so that they will line up and match up. That's another easy trick. So once you get it the way you want it, just kind of match it. So that's 2, 4, 6, and again, I'm just cutting, and I don't have to do the last one because I already did those 2 lines. So there, when I open it up, now it's perfectly symmetrical and all my lines match up. So now the next thing to do, open it up flat, and then you're going to start by this first long line, kind of folding it very gently. You don't want to rip your paper, just making a bend there. And if you open it up and a bend there. So now this one bends out that way. And you're going to fold your paper actually opposite way there. So now it stands up just like that. That's your first fold. Now you're going to skip the next one and leave it there And you're going to do that same thing with every other strip that you cut. Just making a crease at the top and at the bottom. See how I'm doing that? Just kind of moving along, top and bottom, skip one, top and bottom, skip one, and then as I work my way through, now I've got this last one, top and bottom. This one popped back. And what I'd like to do when I get them all open like that is to go ahead and sort of fold it just to reinforce those creases and stand it up. And now you have this kind of cool 3D optical illusion. And then you saw in the picture that I did, I kind of turned it this way, so it was standing up. I thought it looked cool visually, like to hang it vertically like that. But then you have a cool paper sculpture, and you can trim the sides and do them the way you want. You could also do this by painting or coloring on the paper first, doing some kind of cool design, and then doing those simple folds and cuts to make your design come alive and be more three-dimensional. All right, so good luck. I can't wait to see those on your Art from Home presentation.